everyone, John Henry here, slingshotfutures.com, and welcome to the Market Mindset, where we take a look at the psychology today so that we can better understand tomorrow. And today we're taking a look at the gold futures. Now, gold overall has had a little bit of back and forth. If we zoom way out, we can see that obviously we're fairly range bound. But the one area that we were talking about in the Outlook newsletter last night was finding resistance off of this prior peak high, and that's exactly what happened early last night, afternoon actually, where it pushed above it, found a bunch of resistance. When it came back to it, found even more resistance, and now it's dumped all the way back down to the lows, to the major buyer's objective. Now, the big buyer objective still has a little bit of a ways to go, but for the most part, the sellers obviously dominated the highs on that move, and that's why we were talking about it in the Outlook newsletter. Now, in terms of the overall movement that we're seeing right now, after we had that failure off of the highs, we saw the buyers try, fail, big failure. They tried one more time and then just gave up the ghost and started dropping the other direction. Now, this big drop in the other direction, we were starting to pick up on this in the room, thinking, well, obviously the buyers have tried so many times, and every single time that they've tried, they've completely fallen apart. And now we're pushing down into the prior day's close and finding trapped buyers. Now, how do we know that they're trapped buyers? Well, if we zoom in really close here, we can see that that is a beautifully strong bull candle after an already strong bull candle. That's showing us that the buyers are at least attempting to support this price. Now, the big thing that really stands out is the follow-through. It pokes its head above that bull candle, trapping in the buyers, and then immediately slams down. So big push down, buyers are trapped in a bad place for them to be. Stops are going to be underneath the lows, and more stops are probably going to be underneath the major lows. So that's what we're looking for. We're looking for a breakout move to continue that drive down and punch through the bottom. This one didn't follow through very well, but we did get that punch through the lows where we found more support. Now, they did find a twin reversal off of the bottom, which really kind of told you maybe you shouldn't be in this one anymore. Wait for another opportunity to get in. It's still likely that they're going to try to get the breakdown. It's just a matter of when now. We know that buyers are trapped. And buyers that are trapped in here, they may buy more here, they may try to average out, they may just try to get out at break even if it comes back, and that's all that it did. Came back, got them out at break even on a big exhaustive push higher, immediately pushes right back down. That is a very bearish clue. Yes, you are selling into support, but in all context, in all consideration, that is a gorgeous place to be a seller to attempt to drive the market back down for that breakout move to see if they can get it this time. They push down, catch a little bounce with the buyers trying to defend that low, inevitably does the exact same thing that we saw back here, traps in the buyers, dunks right back down to the downside, and finally gets that run for a beautiful little breakout move to the downside into the bottom of a wedge now at that point in time. We see the buyers try to pick the move up, and it's a very weak follow through on the buy. We have a small little inside bar. The bears obviously are not interested in selling right now, but if they're given a reason to, or the buy move is a failure, they're likely going to jump back in. The buyers try coming in, they can't even trigger above, and the sellers dump it right back down through the bottom of the wedge. Now we have a breakout scenario where the sellers are likely going to try to take it again, and that's what happened. They took it, then we started getting some news, and the news helped the move finish off all the way down into last week's close. So big push down into prior week levels, and just overall, a beautiful day in terms of movement, technical analysis, and all of that going into a holiday week, right? This week, we have Thanksgiving, and a lot of traders probably weren't even in today, let alone trading. And even with that reduced amount of people in the room and, just people not showing up, well, we still made it work. So beautiful day of trading today. Lots of good information to take home from today. And that's going to do it. So we're going into the holiday week. If you are traveling for the holiday, make sure you stay safe, travel safe, enjoy the time with the family, and we will see you all next time.